You are listening to the Earplug Podcast Network.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Thursday edition of Today with DW. I am DW. Yes, only one camera this time. The good camera this time. I got it back. Assistant producer is on vacation. He'll be back next Wednesday, hopefully. He's having some much-needed time off, I think. I don't know if he needed time off. He hasn't. I don't know. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day. We're one day closer to the weekend. What's going on, Tracy? How are you? It's weird that I'm back solo again, just for today anyway. We put out there to get a special co-host, but because of COVID, everybody's back to work, so it's a little harder to get a co-host or a guest to come in at last minute. So I am doing it solo today, and again, like I said, I got the good camera. So the super fan out there, this is for you. So there you go. It's better than the other camera that I got. Once we get back into the other studio, we'll have a better camera setup and everything else. We're excited to get back in. I know I've been talking for a couple of weeks. We should have been in a week ago or so. It's not that easy. Things just happen, and it's just the way it goes, I guess. You know, there's a lot of things I can't control. So we're still plugging away at the Better Call Saul studio, as I like to put it. But we got some new gear. If you guys saw on my personal page, we just got some new gear. We got a new board from Zoom, the live 8-track Zoom recorder and board. So that's going to be awesome. That'll help us out a lot in the new studio. So I can't wait to play with that later today. Excuse me. So, like I said, it's Thursday. We're one step closer to the weekend. And there seems to be a theme going on last week and going into this week. Last week we were talking about slurry foods and skins and snapping your dogs and snapping your wieners. But I guess it's going into this week as far as what we were talking about yesterday too. What is a meal? What isn't a meal? What's considered substantial? Ken Lytle, how are you, sir? Hope you're having a great day. So hot dogs seem to be the top of conversation throughout the network, not only just on this show, but on The Mom Struggle is Real. Obviously, 60 Seconds With, if you listen to that, each Monday it comes out. One of the questions I have, one of the hard-hitting questions, is hot dog a sandwich? And now it's been pretty much divided. People are really, hardcore about this. Either they're... what's going on, Carlos? How are you? People are really, strong about this. They're adamant whether it is a sandwich or isn't a sandwich. So check out some of the 60 Seconds With that we have up on the Earplug Podcast website, earplugpodcast.com. But it is also National Chili Dog Day, and we'll get into that with The More You Know. But I put a little poll out on my personal page, nay or yay on chili dogs. Right now, it's 100% yay. There's not one nay. Now, I know there's two nays that I know of right off the bat that have not responded. One of them is my co-host from The Mom Struggle is Real. She's not into the hot dogs. The slurry foods, I guess, or sausage. And the other one is the super fan. I guarantee you those would be both nays on today's poll for our chili dogs. Good. I got to say yes. I'm a yay. If you're watching, put it in the comments below if you're yay or nay for chili dogs. I'm a yay. I mean, come on. Hot dogs it's America's food, isn't it? I would assume. Come on. It's, hot dogs. Apple pie, even though apple pie was not originated in America, but it is as American as apple pie. But yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on with why hot dogs seem to be the topic of the network for the last couple of days. Rachel, yes, chili dogs. Well, there you go. We got another yay. We know about your eating habits, Rachel. So I'm sure I figured that would be a yay for you. So we got another yay. No, I know, like I said, I know of two nays. So it is the majority, most of them with onions and cheese. There you go. There you go. If you guys are listening to the audio version of this, I am interacting with our our listeners and fans that come in on the show through our Facebook Live stream feed. Join us over here, over at my personal page for friends on Facebook. Join us over there. If not, go over to the Earplug Podcast page and join us over there. And it streams live every day at 10 o'clock. We will be going, hopefully, next week. We're going to start going into 7 o'clock at night and hopefully try to go back Monday through Friday. Obviously, we have the Sports Edition with Tom Greer and Hank Pelton on Tuesdays. That's at 7 o'clock. That's one of our most watched shows, so that's going very well. Obviously, brought to you by Body Armor, like every episode here is brought to you by Body Armor. DrinkBodyArmor.com. Visit their website to find the nearest location where they're selling. I know Walmart's huge right now. Most grocery stores have them as well. Awesome sports drink. But anyway, visit us over at the Earplug Podcast page. Join in on our conversation. Love to hear what you guys have to say. And like I said, if there's any topics or anything that you want me to discuss, or you have anything to say during our show, please feel free to chime in at any time. But again, I guess hot dogs are the thing. It is National Chili Dog Day. Are you a chili cheese dog or just straight chili? Now, there's different variations, and we'll get into that when we start off The More You Know and Drunk Drawer and some of our other segments. Also, I want to tell you as well, with the studio going in, if you guys are listening and you want to start a podcast, please hit me up at earplugpodcast@gmail.com. That's what we do at the studio. We get you all set up. The Mom Struggle is Real. She was one of our newest shows. She's going into her 11th episode. That'll be recorded later today. And hopefully we'll try to do a live special show once a month with Tracy and myself. Like I said, that's The Mom Struggle is Real. But if you want to start a podcast, that's what the studio is for. Come on in. You don't need the gear. You don't need that. We bring the gear. All you have to do is bring your topic and your voice, and we'll get you started. And you'll be hosted on our network. You'll have your own show. I'll do the graphics for you. You'll have your own show logo. I produce the show for you. We put it out every week. If you want it bi-weekly, you want it twice a month, once a month, twice a week, we're willing to work with you with that. And like I said, we're here in downtown Glens Falls in upstate New York. So like I said, if you're in the area and you want to start a podcast, please hit us up at earplugpodcast@gmail.com. And you know what? Honestly, I don't even think you need to be in the area. With what we're using right now with StreamYard, again, StreamYard, we've been using this since March 8th, since our first episode of the Today with DW show, and we can stream remotely. And if there's something, even if you live an hour away and you don't feel like driving up to the studio once a week, I can remotely start your podcast for you. And again, it's produced, graphics, and that's what we do. We're a full-service podcast studio. So, and you can check out all our shows at earplugpodcast.com. And again, hit me up at earplugpodcast@gmail.com to get you started. Like I said, just bring your voice and a topic, and we'll do the rest. So let's get into today's show, and we'll be right back after these words.
James Harden wouldn't go to the game wearing outdated fashion, so why would he choose an outdated sports drink?
I wouldn't.
He wouldn't. This is Body Armor. More natural, more electrolytes, better sports drink. Thanks, Gatorade. We'll take it from here.
If you're just joining us, it is the Thursday edition of Today with DW. I am Solo, the assistant producer. I just hired the guy and he's on vacation. Who does that? It's not paid. I did not give him a paid vacation. No, I did not give him a paid vacation at all. But he'll be back with me next Wednesday. Like I said, we're going to be moving to 7 p.m. as people have reached out. People are coming back to work as COVID is kind of releasing. Not sure really. We're not going to really get into the politics and all the logistics and whatnot about the second string or strand of COVID or whatever. But people are going back to work, which is a good thing. So because 10 o'clock was great for when everybody was unemployed. Most people were unemployed. So 10 o'clock in the morning was great for us and for you guys to entertain and have get your day started. But now 7 o'clock seems to be something a little bit better for everybody. Like I said, they're going back to work. Now they're home. They'll be able to enjoy the show live instead of just the audio recording. So again, we will try to do 7 o'clock starting next week if everything goes well. So let's start off with some more, the more you know. So we have 39 days until Labor Day, 93 days until Halloween, 119 days till Gobble 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 Thanksgiving, 148 days till Christmas, still in the hundreds, 155 days until 2021, 243 days until St. Patrick's Day. Today in history, 1733, Society of Freemasons opens first American lodge in Boston. 1836, first English language newspaper published in Hawaii. I'll have to do some more research on that. That's kind of interesting. 1863, President Abraham Lincoln issues eye for an eye order to shoot a rebel prisoner for every black prisoner shot. 1874, first baseball team to play outside U.S. Boston, Philadelphia, and British Isles. 1928, George Eastman shows first amateur color motion pictures to guests at his New York house, including Thomas Edison. 1935, this is kind of a big one if you're into paperback books. First Penguin book is published, starting the paperback revolution. I used to always have a little paperback book, always walking around as a kid, even comic books. So that's a great start. 1971, U.S. Apollo 15 lands on the moon. 1990, the first Saturn automobile. Any of you ever have a Saturn? They were a hot minute, but I don't think I know anybody who's ever had a Saturn. But the first Saturn automobile rolls off the assembly line in 1990. And lastly, 2003, the last old-style Volkswagen Beetle rolls off the assembly line in New Mexico. You know what? I forgot. I'm out of sorts today. Listen to this because I don't have my assistant producer on here. Oh, I'm sorry, Rachel. I understand. We'll take a break into the more you know with this. I understand about the 10 a.m. shows. I apologize. It just seems that more people want the 7 o'clock shows. If I could, I'd do 2 shows a day. So I could give you a 10 o'clock in the morning show. But I just can't do that. So right at the moment, we'll see what happens. But anyway, national holidays. National Cheesecake Day. You thumbs up, thumbs down, cheesecake? I'm definitely a thumbs up. Now, a lot of you may think that it originated in New York, but actually it didn't. It actually dates much further back. Small cheesecakes were served to athletes during the first Olympic Games held in 776 BC. The oldest written cheesecake recipe is credited to the writer Athenaeus and dates back to 2030 AD. It's also National Father-in-Law Day, National Whistleblower Day, and here we go, National Chili Dog Day. Now, if you were listening in the beginning of the show, seems to be a debate on this network as far as what hot dogs, just in general. I mean, we do it on the 60 seconds, like I said. That's one of the questions: is hot dog a sandwich? And now it seems that you're very clearly divided on that topic, whether it is or isn't a sandwich. And we ask all our guests on the 60 seconds with that question. That seems to be a big one. And thumbs up, yes, thumbs up for cheesecake. But it is National Chili Dog Day. To start, the sausage is one of the oldest forms of processed food, or it was, which I never knew was called. It's a slurry food. I didn't know that until on last week's episode of The Mom Struggle is Real. I was the more you know. So I was like, I did not know that. It was in fact mentioned in Homer's Odyssey, which dates far as back as 9th century BC. Hot dogs were one of the first foods eaten on the moon as well. Also loved by royalty, President Franklin Roosevelt served hot dogs to King George and Queen Elizabeth when they visited the U.S. That's kind of awkward. I didn't realize that would be such a big thing, and you were going to serve royalty hot dogs. So, see, even royalty loves hot dogs. Here's some facts. In 2019, consumers spent more than $3 billion on hot dogs in the U.S. Supermarkets and consume U.S. supermarkets, and consume 7 billion dogs between Memorial Day and Labor Day. The NHDSC also says that on Independence Day, Americans are expected to have enjoyed 150 million hot dogs, which is enough to stretch from Washington D.C. to L.A. More than 5 times. That is, that's interesting. Now I don't know if I like hot dogs. So my question is, do you guys know when the first hot dog or the first chili was made? Since we are talking about chili dogs, do you guys have an idea where you think chili came from? And any idea when it was made? I'm thinking. I'm listening here. No? Well, I'll give you the answer. The first chili was made from immigrants from Canary Islands. Brought the recipe to Chile from them when they settled in San Antonio. There you go, San Antonio, in the early 1700s. Interesting. Of course, yes, it would be Texas. Obviously, we would think it was originated in Texas, but it was from immigrants and not anybody from the U.S. Now, how do you like your chili dog? Now, there's different variations on the chili dog. There's obviously the Coney dog, which supposedly is, or I should say mistakenly, considered the first chili dog, but it's not, and I'll be able to tell you a little bit about that in a minute. But are you just chili with onions, chili and cheese, chili and mustard? I mean, even regular gourmet hot dogs are out there with just all kinds of toppings and whatnot. But here's just a few of the ones that I picked that are pretty popular. Now, it's called the Texas Wiener, obviously. It's funny that it's called the Texas Wiener, but it originated in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. It's also called the Texas Hot Dog, the Texas Chili Dog, or the Texas Hot or Texas Wiener. Now, the description is a hot dog with chili or hot sauce. It is served in variation with assorted condiments, like I said. The Texas Wiener was created in Patterson, New Jersey before 1920 and in Alonta, Pennsylvania by Peter George, I am not saying this last name, Peter George Kahoffa Jorgis in 1918 and originally called Texas Hot Wieners. What's going on, Jack? How are you, sir? Are you a chili fan? You chili dog fan? Nay or yay? Let us know in the comments below. The Texas reference is obviously because of the chili used on the dogs, which actually was a stronger Greek cuisine influence due to the ethic of the cooks who invented it, obviously through the Canary Islands. It's considered a unique regional hot dog style. Now, every region has their own. Now, obviously, we see here that the Texas Wiener was the first. Now, most people believe next would be the Coney Island hot dog, which is mistakenly said to be the first, but it is not. It is the Texas Hot. This was originated in southern Michigan. A Coney Island dog is a European-style wow, I'm having a hard time with this. Frankwurst, or Frankfurter Wurst, or Vienna sausage, of German origin with a natural lamb or sheep casing topped with beef heart-based sauce, which was developed by Macedonian and Greek immigrants in the area. Now, my other question is, good morning, Sue. My other question is, now there's different hot dogs and different sausages. Are you a thick skin? I mean, because I really don't want to hear my hot dog snap or feel that snap. If you can see my face, if you're listening to the audio version, I have the most disgusting look on my face. I do not want nobody snaps a wiener. I don't like snappy wieners. I just don't. In another region we got, this is in Maine, excuse me, the hot wiener. It's actually, it's from Rhode Island. The hot wiener, or New York system wiener, is a staple of food culture and is served at New York system restaurants. The traditional wiener is made with a small, thin hot dog, kind of like a Nathan's hot dog, made of veal and pork, giving it a different taste from a traditional beef hot dog. Served on a steamed bun and topped with celery, salt, yellow mustard, chopped onions, and seasoned meat sauce. Now, we obviously have another very popular one, the Michigan dog. And this was obviously started in the North Country in New York State. Michigan dog, or Michigan, is a steamed hot dog on a steamed bun topped with meaty sauce, generally referred to as Michigan sauce, which I guess you would call as chili as well, I would assume. Then we have the cheese coney, made or originated in Cincinnati. Cheese conies are Coney Islands without the cheese, are hot dogs and buns topped with Cincinnati chili. So there you go. And then we also have in North Carolina the Carolina-style dogs topped with chili, onions, and either mustard or slaw, and they are referred to as a Carolina style. Also, then see in Washington, D.C., they have the half-smoked hot dog, similar to a hot dog, but usually a larger, spicier, and more coarsely ground meat, more like a sausage, often half pork and half beef, smoked and served with herbs, onions, and chili sauce. So, out of those, which one would be your favorite, guys? Let's see what we got down here. What's going on, Sean? How are you? Ballpark Franks cooked until almost burnt. No, you can't have them burnt. I guess, I like mine grilled, but I guess I like mine steamed or boiled. I know, I'm boring. I can't help it. I'm boring. What can you say? But I can't do them burnt. I just can't do them burnt. So the question was in the beginning of the show, in which I always do, on the 60 Seconds With. If you haven't listened to that, go over to the Earplug Podcast website, earplugpodcast.com, or on the Facebook page and scroll down, or on one of your own favorite podcast apps and check out 60 Seconds With. Now, the question I always ask our guests is, hot dog a sandwich? So, is it a sandwich? Technically, I guess on dictionary term, book term, it would be a sandwich. A sandwich is something between two slices of bread. Now, yes, you could debate the fact that a bun is not two separate slices. It's sliced down the middle. But a hot dog is put in between the bun. And I had a debate last night. Buns are not bread. Now, aren't buns bread too? I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, Wonder Bread is the same thing as a white bun, right? So I would assume that a bun is considered bread. Sean Murphy says it's a sandwich. So by technical terms, I would assume that a hot dog would be a sandwich. Now, on one of our other episodes, one of our guests said it can't be a sandwich because it doesn't have lettuce on it. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how that goes. So put in the comments below. What do you think? Who on God's green earth said a bun isn't bread? Well, that's gonna be said. Well, we won't say names on the air. The person will know when they are listening tonight, and they'll know about our conversation we had last night. So technically, I would say yes. I am the sandwich. Hot dog is a sandwich person. Tell me. Obviously, Sean says yes. But according to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council, NHDSC, a hot dog is not. Yes, it is not a sandwich. Now, who are they to tell us it's not a sandwich when in a dictionary it says otherwise? They don't want you to get confused that a hot dog is not a sandwich. Now, again, a hot dog is the hot dog, right? Why? That's the hot dog, right? When you get a package of hot dogs, you get a hot dog. It doesn't come prepackaged in a bun. So are we naming the sandwich a hot dog? Or is it actually the hot dog? See? Things that make you go, I don't know. I'm just, whatever it is. So, but the National Council of Hot Dog, I can't believe there's a National Hot Dog Council out and Sausage Council out there. But they say it's not. I say leave it to you. The people have spoken. You decide on whether or not a hot dog is a sandwich or not. Okay, so if you're in England, it's a pasty sandwich. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, pasty white bread. I mean, I used to love Wonder Bread when I was a kid, but I mean, we talked about that too. That was a topic of a conversation on another podcast. I mean, using Wonder Bread, you could glue things together with Wonder Bread. It's just disgusting. But anyway, buns, I guess, are, again, that's another question I'm going to say. Are buns bread? I think that's another question I'm going to add on 60 seconds. All right, we'll finish off the more you know with today's birthdays.
I'll be back.
Bodybuilder, actor, and politician who served as the governor of California from 2003 to 2011 has a birthday today. Arnold Schwarzenegger, 73. Obviously, famously known for Conan the Barbarian, the Terminator, and Predator, and Total Recall. Also, in today's birthdays, we have another. What do we have here? I'm not used to looking at my soundtrack here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. We'll do this one. Actress who rose to fame to portraying the dizzy Phoebe Buffay on NBC's Friends, Lisa Kudrow turns 57 today. Love that series. I still watch it. It still kind of holds up for me. I know they're talking about doing a reunion tour, but I'd like to see it. What do you guys think? Would you like to see a Friends reunion tour? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below, and let's see if you guys want that. I know it was supposed to happen, but I'm not sure exactly when. Talks were earlier this year, obviously with COVID and everything going on. That has been pretty quiet. Also, actor and former NFL player became known for playing Chris's stingy father on the TV series Everybody Hates Chris. Also landed a starring role on the Golden Globe winning comedy Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Hosted the Fox series World's Funniest Fails. His film credits include White Chicks, Norbit, Get Smart, Bridesmaids, Blended, The Expendables. Terry Crews turns 52 today. Now, do you guys know which NFL team he first started with? I did not know he was an NFL player until I started looking this up. So that was pretty interesting to see that. If you guys know, if you put it in the comments below, let me know. I'll give you a few seconds. No? You don't know? Well, I'll give you the answer. It was 1991 LA Rams. He played for 2 seasons, then moved to the Chargers in 93-94, then went to the Washington football team, Redskins, I should say, 95 and Eagles in 96. So that's Terry Crews. He turns 52 today. Also, in today's birthdays, Vivica A. Fox, 56, Hilary Swank, 46, Tom Green, 49, and director Christopher Nolan turns 50, famously known for The Dark Knight, Inception, and Interstellar. And that is The More You Know. And today's The More You Know is brought to you by Venture Family Fun Center in Queensbury, New York. They are family run and owned, so they know the importance of family fun. With indoor, outdoor go-karts, laser tag, paintball, arcade games, and more, Venture Family Fun Center is the place to be. They also know with the current situation how important being safe is and are meeting all the proper procedures and protocols for the COVID-19 to make sure that you and your family are safe all summer long. Now, they are open right now as well, guys. They got the go-karts open. They cannot open anything on the inside, but the go-karts are open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Now, for all our local listeners, if you go up to the Venture Family Fun Center, go up to the go-kart window. If you mention the code DWSE, again, that's DWSE, you'll be able to get 6 tickets for $35. So that's $10 off the regular price. So grab 6 of your friends, family members, go out and have a group race, have a gumball rally, go-kart race. And like I said, each ticket is for 5 minutes. And let me tell you, 5 minutes sounds like it's short, but it's not. It's a long 5 minutes. So grab your friends, grab your family members, go up there. You do have to wear masks. You do have to meet certain requirements, even outside. Wear your mask while you're racing the cars. But again, grab your friends, grab family members, and go up to a Venture Family Fun Center. Use the code DWSE to receive 6 tickets for $35. It's $10 off the regular price. If you guys are just joining us, it is the Thursday edition of the Today with DW show. I am solo today. I have the better camera today. How do I get stuck as the owner of the show with the hand-me-down cameras? How come the assistant producer gets the better of the cameras? I don't know. And he's on vacation, so he'll be back next Wednesday. So like I said, this is the Thursday edition. I'm a little out of sorts today because I'm not used to doing a solo show. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. If you have any questions or comments you want to make, please put them in the comments below. And there's always a little bit of a delay. I've noticed some people were writing comments after we're talking about the hot dogs or anything. So the comments are a little bit delayed. I believe the Facebook is 3 to 5 second delay. I don't know. Back to the hot dogs. I like a hot dog. I'm saying it's a sandwich. Is bun bread? These are the tough questions of 2020 right now. I'm laughing at myself because I find that these are hard-hitting topics, everyone, and I'm telling you, this is pretty funny. But anyway, let's get into the next segment. We're going to go a little bit shorter today because we have some things to do, or I have some things to do, get back into the new studio. But we're going to get right into the junk drawer. Let's see what I got today. Oh, this one's good. We got a local one here. This is very cool. Very cool. West Addison, Vermont. Yes, very local. Vermont skydiver lost his prosthetic leg during a jump, and it was found in a nearby farm. Double amputee Chris Macrays of Hyde Park went for a jump Saturday at Vermont skydiving adventures in West Addison and lost one of his prosthetic legs after leaping from the plane. Now, what Macrays said, he was harnessed to the instructor, but he was so excited about going, his adrenaline was so high, he didn't even realize he had lost his leg until he landed. Now he did land safely. Obviously, he was strapped to the instructor, but that would freak me out. I mean, you're skydiving. All right, Sean, have a good day. Skydiving, is pretty intense already, and on top of the fact of you flying out over acres and acres and acres of farmland, obviously in Vermont or woods, wherever you're going, and then you don't know where it fell off. You didn't see it fall off. You didn't see it drop. So the odds of finding this are like needle in a haystack. So he obviously, when he landed, he put it word out on social media that he lost his leg. So Farmer Joe, why do they keep giving me these names? Joe Marza Skowalski saw the post before finding the prosthetic leg on Sunday in a soybean field. Beyond a few scratches, it was undamaged. Now, this was his own field. And he states, you always got to keep an eye out, says, I'm just going to say Farmer Joe. Says Farmer Joe, who compared the discovery to a needle in a haystack. He said that it was grateful he found the leg without running it over with a machine during the fall harvest. Now, obviously, he said that the combine would just destroy that. Mac Ray said losing his leg turned into a positive experience, just realizing in the world today that there are nice people out there. I would be freaking out, but I'd be shocked. I'd be kind of shocked if I did find a leg just in the middle of the field nowhere. That's kind of weird. So, like you said, there are good people out there. Thank God. Now, we've talked about this before. Let me grab this one. Let's grab this one right here. This one's a tough one to grab. So, obviously, you probably have heard in the news about these mystery seeds coming sent from China. Of course, everybody, COVID and everybody else getting upset about COVID coming from China and all of that. They're getting a bad rap on 2020. So these mysterious unsolicited packages of seeds supposedly being sent from China are entering homes across America, prompting agriculture departments in at least 31 states to issue warnings against planting them. Now, obviously, you probably have heard these on the radio or on TV. Don't touch them. Don't open them. They don't know where they're coming from. But now they're finding out that they have an idea of why these seeds are over here and where they're coming from. Now, the package is based on photographs, which you see up here. If you're watching the show, if it's the audio version, I have a picture up of the seeds and the packaging that it's coming from. And it says untracked here. If you look at the package here, it says untracked. There's no description of where it's coming from, except you do see some Chinese writing and a telephone number, a very long telephone number. I'm sure nobody's answering that telephone number at all. But the packages are based on photograph statements from officials appear to have been shipped from China's state-owned postal company and contained Chinese lettering, as I stated before, on the exterior, advertising products ranging from jewelry to toys. Now, obviously, it's not jewelry or toys that are in these packages. But what's inside are random plant seeds. States from coast to coast have been urging residents to report the unexpected deliveries of their local agriculture departments over concerns that the seeds could be invasive or harmful or a harmful species. Now, I don't know if I'd even be touching any. Would you open these? I want to know if you got this, and that would kind of freak me out. I mean, you kind of have to open the package, but the seeds are sealed as well. If you look at them, I'll give you the description if you're listening to the audio version. They look like, what kind of seeds? Not like pumpkin seeds, but, the dark. They got white streaks in them. I don't think I'd open them. One, I'm not a seed guy, and one, I don't plant things, so I don't have a green thumb, so I don't think I'd be opening them. But obviously, there's a major concern, so, they're saying that. Please don't open them. Obviously, the packages have garnered attention of federal investigators with the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Animal and Plant Health Inspection Services, working alongside the Department of Homeland Security is involved with this. Officials in several states said that they didn't appear to be in a clear pattern to the clear pattern to the packages, which have been showing up at homes in cities, suburbs, and rural areas. The number of packages being reported also varied. In Indiana, for instance, an official with the state attorney general's office said they've received only a handful of reports, while Ohio, they've received 150 calls about the packages over the past month. On Monday, Virginia's Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services spokesperson Michael Wallace told the New York Times that he's had over 900 emails and several hundred phone calls from people who claim to have received these seeds. Where are they coming from? Florida, 160 reports about the seeds. Louisiana, 300 reports. Where are they coming from? And at that time, they're saying we're not sure what the seeds are and therefore are urging everyone to be very vigilant and don't open these. If you have received one of these packages in the mail, please use extreme caution by not touching the contents and securing the packages in a plastic bag. And call your local, I would say even law enforcement or local government to see what you have to do. Now, they have done research on these and have found out that this is possibly tied to an online scam called brushing. The White House Police Department in Ohio states one of the states where the packages reported have been sent posted on Facebook. A brushing scam is an exploit by a vendor used to bolster products' ratings and increase visibility online by shipping an inexpensive product to an unwitting receiver and then submitting positive reviews on the receiver's behalf under the guise of a verified owner. So that kind of makes sense. So if they're saying they're displaying toys or jewelry and they're just sending them out unsolicited to these people, they have these addresses, so then they can go back and put these reviews under the person's name. So here's how the scam works. A seller trying to boost the ratings of their own merchandise sets up a fake email account to create an Amazon profile, then purchases the items with a gift card and ships them to the address of a random person. Once the package is delivered, the owner of Amazon account is then listed as a verified buyer of the product and can write a positive review of it that gets higher placement on product pages because of their status. James Thompson, a former business consultant for Amazon, told the Boston Globe at the time when asked about these couple of deliveries that this is how it's happened, and there's very many like that out there. So there you go. That's where they're coming from. I'm assuming, don't take my word for it, I'm sure they're probably harmless, like regular just seeds. But again, don't listen to me. Don't open them. Behave yourselves. Be good about this. We don't want anybody getting in trouble. But again, if you do receive these packages, call your local. I don't know if you call local law. I guess call your local government. Call your local law enforcement so they can take the packages, and I'm sure they'll do their own investigation. Now, what shocks me about all of this is that nobody's opened the package. Now, I'm not talking about you guys, but no scientists, no investigators, nobody's testing these packages, and it's been going on for over a month now. So that's the shocking part for me is why aren't they testing these things just to make sure they look harmless, obviously, but again, don't take my word for it. What do I know? But anyway, I didn't receive these packages. If any of you listening, did you receive any of these packages? Put it in the comments below or hit me up on our Facebook page and let us know. Did you receive these packages? Were you concerned? Obviously, it seems to be just an online scam to get higher product placement on Amazon, to get their store and their listings higher. It's an awful expensive way to ship across the world to get your product up on Amazon. Wouldn't it be better to actually sell better product? Yeah, my thoughts exactly. I mean, but again, they feel that it's an online scam. And this hasn't been the first time this has happened either. I believe in 2018 there was another scam as well. Pretty much similar things where people were getting unsolicited packages, and again, it was the same thing, trying to boost their Amazon page ratings and get their product up to be more visible to viewers and purchase the real products. I don't know. I don't know how this works because it doesn't tell you. If you look at the image again, it doesn't tell you what the company is. So I'm not really sure. But anyway, if you guys are just joining us, it is the Thursday edition. Mr. Delaney, how are you, sir? What's going on? The newsman, the newsie from WCKM here in upstate New York. How are you, sir? How are you? Hope everything is going well. If you're joining us, it is the Thursday edition of Today with DW. Yes, I am solo. I just hired an assistant producer, and 2 weeks later he goes on vacation. What the hell? He's gone. He's going to come back till next week. So I'm running the show. As usual, tomorrow will be the pop culture edition with Louis Perry. We're going to break down some of all the pop culture news for you, as we had just recently San Diego Comic-Con did their virtual Comic-Con, their con from home, I should say. So we're going to be breaking down some of the news that has risen from that. Some new trailers, talk about what's good for Netflix binging, and some other pop culture news. So that'll be tomorrow, and on Fridays, that is 11:30 till 12:30. Now, if I told you in the beginning, I'm sure some of you are sick of hearing it, but I want to make sure everybody's aware that we are moving the show. We're going to move the time to 7 p.m., hopefully starting next week. This seems to fit better for more people's schedules now that the COVID is loosening up a little bit. People are going back to their jobs and starting back their, I should say, normal routines, their old routines, I should say. So it's been stated that 7 o'clock, 6 or 7 o'clock would be a better time for us to move the show. We still want to keep giving you free shows. You guys have been great. I've been doing this since March 8th, almost every day, Monday through Friday. The last couple of weeks, it's been Wednesday through Friday, or Tuesday through Friday, excuse me. And it's been great. You guys have been awesome coming in, popping in, making the comments, enjoying the show. That's why we want to keep doing it. And I'm having a great time doing it. We'll be getting guests back. It's easier also for us to get guests at 7 o'clock at night than it is for 10 o'clock in the morning. So we'll be bringing in more guests again like I did originally in the beginning. And if you guys haven't listened to the beginning of the shows, today with DW episode 1 back in March 8th, go back. Go back over onto the earplugpodcast.com website, hit the playlists, hit the shows, hit Today with DW. They're all there. There's some great guests there in the beginning. I think I went almost 6 weeks, 7, 10, 12 weeks, 10 weeks. No, I'm sorry, 10 episodes. I'm sorry, I get used to it because I usually only do one show a week. Now I'm doing like 3 a week. 12 episodes, I believe 10 or 12 episodes with some amazing guests. We've had some actors, comedians, celebrities on there. Brian O'Halloran, John Davey, Doctor Who actor, Brimstone from Grindhouse Radio, Kim Zambo, also Tom Greer, who's now a co-host on the Sports Edition. They've been guests. I've had awesome guests in there, so check them out. Those are some great shows. Like I said, we're going to bring guests back to that format once we get back into the studio, get the 7 o'clock time frame going, and we'll be all set. I'm excited for it. I want to keep giving you these shows, and each show is getting better and better. Look, I mean, come on. We got advertisers here. Look at this. We got Body Armor, Vet Your Family Fun Center, the Shirt Factory. Come on. These guys are great. Again, today is Thursday, so if you live in the upstate New York area, even if you live in Albany, it's worth the drive. Go to the Shirt Factory up here in Glens Falls, New York. They're running the upstate's biggest food truck corral every Thursday night from 4:30 to 8:30. Amazing food vendors there. Awesome food, live music. You can go there with limited seating now. They're meeting the COVID restrictions, so there's a couple new tents set up. 6-foot tables. You can bring up to 6 people at a time in a group, sit together, have fun, listen to music, enjoy some of the great food offerings. You can also order your food online. Now, orders start Monday to Wednesday online at Thursday-market.com. The orders go until Wednesday at 8 p.m. The site shuts down because you have to give time for the food truck vendors to prepare the food for you. So if you don't feel comfortable and you want to just pick up the food, you can do that. So what you do is you go over to Thursday-market.com, pick out the vendor, the food selection, order securely through a secure payment portal. You put in your order, you put in your license plate number and the time you want to pick it up, and they'll bring it right to your car. There's parking situated there so that they'll bring it right to your car. You take it with you and bring it back home with you and eat it at home with your friends and family. Or again, like I said, you can enjoy eating it there. Hopefully, I'd like to try to get out there. It's tough for me because I record a show on Thursday nights. So we'll see what happens. But again, that's every Thursday night from 4:30 to 8:30 in Glens Falls, New York. One of the biggest food truck corrals in upstate New York. A great time. And an awesome sponsor of this show. So as we wind down the show, because I have a couple of things I got to do at the studio. I just got a new gear, so I'm going to be playing with that to set that up so we can give you guys some more shows. And again, would you say, Son, they said the news about the seeds that are doing it, because if you deliver something, it is received. Yeah. That's pretty much what I just said. Sean, did you not listen, or did you miss that part? That's exactly what I said. Did you leave and come back? But yes, it's exactly what it is. It's an online scam to get more positive reviews. But we're going to end the show a little early today. Like I said, if you want to start a podcast, I know Sean's doing one, but he's doing one on his own. But we've been helping him get his show up. contact me at earplugpodcast@gmail.com. We can start up your show. You just bring your voice, a topic. We have all the gear. We can produce it for you. We record it. We give you show logos. I can even be your co-host for the first couple episodes. I can help you run through your shows. I can help you with topics. Even if you don't even know how to start a podcast but are interested, email me at earplugpodcast@gmail.com. I'll help you out. You want to visit the studio, see what we're all about? Hit us up on the email, and I'll get you started. I mean, we could even do a test recording. I mean, if you want to start something and you're not sure how to do it, we'll teach you. We'll teach you what to do. We're also going to be starting classes soon this fall where we'll teach you how to podcast. We'll also teach you the equipment that you can use. We'll give you different price brackets of how much you want to spend based on what you want to do, to the very beginner level to the advanced level to pretty much to what we have in our studio. If that's something that you feel that you want to spend the money and do that, we can teach you how to do that as well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start some classes this fall now that I have an assistant producer with us, and those will be prices and whatnot will be set up on the site later this fall, probably not until late September. But we're here for you guys. You want to learn more about it, again, email me at earplugpodcast@gmail.com or hit me up on my personal Facebook page or over on the Earplug Podcast Facebook page. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me on today's DW, the Thursday edition, brought to you by Body Armor. DrinkBodyArmor.com. Visit their website to find your nearest location. I'm awful tongue-tied lately. Maybe it'll be better if I am at 7 o'clock at night, because for some reason in the mornings I'm awful tongue-tied. But again, thank you so much for joining us. Joining me, I should say, since I'm solo. Hope you enjoyed this quick episode. And like I like to say every time, most of the time, stay safe, social distancing, and I'll see you, pointing at the camera, you, with the good camera, see you tomorrow.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation. Found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.